My name is Twubz. I am 15. My real name is Alex Twubz. You guys can make fun of that all you want. That's me. Anyways, what I was going to talk about in this commentary is something pretty funny that happened to me back in 2010. Let's rewind now. It's 2010. It's July 3rd. We're having a sleepover at my cousin's house. It's me and my parents. Now, there's a lot of people there. Everyone's having a good time, except me and my cousin, who happens to be a girl who's 2 years older than me. She is there with her friend, and her friend are just bored out of their minds. And this is during the age where, I'm trying to rebel against my parents. I'm trying to impress girls and not like my parents. So, really, you could say that I was an angsty little teenager. But, anyways, that's not the topic of the story. Basically, here's what's happening right now. So we're sitting there, we're bored. Her friend is there with her, and I go over there and try to talk to them. I say, "Hey, Sarah, what's going on?" And I'm trying to be really cool about it. I actually did. I think I sounded pretty cool. I mean, I was actually so cool. You could have probably like put sunshades on me, and I would have looked even cooler. But yeah. So I say that, and she's like, what, nothing much, Twubs. So, like, I actually just made it painfully awkward just by asking her what was up and stuff, so, that was a bad idea. So, anyways, I'm still trying to get my dick wet, I'm still trying to get my 12-year-old penis wet, so, I try to impress her friend. The way I'm gonna go about this is me, being such a smart kid, I'm gonna take them out on a ride in my parents' car. Oh, you guys are wondering, you guys are thinking right now, what the hell is a 12-year-old doing with a car? Well, that's the thing. I've never driven a car before. That point was like the first time I planned on driving a car, and at the time, I thought I could do it. I've seen them do it 100 times. You start the ignition, you put it into drive, and you have fun with it. So, anyways, I'm sitting there. Everyone's bored, and I'm like, "Hey, you guys want to do something fun?" But it wasn't like that. It was more like, "Hey, do you guys want to have some fun?" I'm like, sure. So I'm like, "Oh yeah, you guys want to have some fun, don't you?" I didn't say that though, but anyways, yeah. They're like, "Well, what do you want to do?" Like now that I realize it, now that I'm older, I kind of realized that they were just trying to make sure I didn't get myself into trouble. So I go ahead and tell them about my master plan to drive my parents' car around their lake. So they agree to it. They actually agree to it, and they just start telling me how much of a good idea it is. Not in those words though, but they actually say, "Oh my God, we should do that." And I'm like, "Yeah, we should. It sounds like a lot of fun." You know, I'm trying to impress them still. I'm trying to play it off like I've done it a million times. Obviously, they know I haven't done it a single time, and they just want to make me see me do it, make a fool of myself. So I take them over to my parents' car, and while we're on our way there, I'm starting to think what a bad idea it is, and I'm just secretly hoping that there's no keys in the ignition, and that the car is locked. So we get there, like a 30-second walk over there. Of course, the door's unlocked, and of course, the keys are in the cup holder. So I'm like, "Oh my God, Alex, you gotta do this, man. You gotta freaking do this now. There's no going back." So we get into the car, and they're just smiling there, and they're just, in my mind, well, now that I think about it even more, I'm just thinking that they didn't expect me to drive the car. They just wanted to hang out in the car. Maybe they just wanted to make fun of me a bit. But, I wasn't thinking straight. I had vagina on my mind. The smell was fresh. So, in order to impress her friend, I start the car up. And right when I start the car, they're like, "What are you doing?" And like, "I'm gonna drive the car." And they're looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. And I am crazy. That was this really stupid idea. In hindsight, I wish they would have stopped me, but they were teenagers. Pretty stupid of them. Stupid of me because it was my idea. So I kick it into drive. I start the ignition and I kick it into drive. No big deal. The car is going by itself. It's going an easy 5 or 4 miles per hour, and I'm feeling good about it. They're smiling, they're laughing, they're thinking I'm just gonna, relax with it and have a good time. And for the most part, yeah, everyone is just having fun. And then I try to take it a step further. I Oh, that was Skype. My bad. I put the car into the next gear to say I start pedaling. I mean, not pedaling. I'm not on a bike, but I start pushing the pedal a little bit harder. And right as I do, I start to hit around the 15 and 25 miles per hour area. And right then and there, I'm like, dude, this is so easy. If you go just a little bit faster, they will love you. And I'm looking at them, and they're fucking terrified. They are scared out of their minds. They think they're gonna die. Hell, I thought I was gonna die, but maybe I'd die a cool guy. So that wasn't my worry. So I start going just a little tiny bit faster. It's a tiny bit faster. I hit it a little bit harder, and we start to hit the 30, maybe 25 area range. And right now they are fucking freaking out. My cousin's friend is fucking screaming, but like in that little screaming noise that's totally sad. She's like, oh my god," and she's like just so fucking panicked, and I do not even realize it. If I were a smart kid, I would have stopped the car right there, pulled over, and tried to go home as slowly as possible. Of course, I'm not a smart man, so I keep the car going for just a little bit longer, and it's just long enough for me to lose control of the wheel for 1 second. I dig one tiny turn, and the car goes into the right side of the lane that we're going in. It's a little dirt road, and it totally gets jammed. While it is getting jammed, I lose control of the steering wheel out of just being completely fucking terrified of what is going on, and I let it go of it a little bit, but not without letting go of the ignition. So we're just slowly going through this little mud pile that's on the right side of the driver's lane, and we bump into something. I believe it was either a big pile of wood that was there from people chopping down trees, or just large, tough mud. I don't know. So basically, I crashed the car. Crashed. We're about a mile from home. Right now, they are fucking freaking out, screaming at the top of their lungs. And right now, I am terrified. I am starting to realize what a shitty idea this was. And even then, like, even then, despite everything that I just did, I still tried to impress them. I still tried. And I'm not going to talk about what I tried to do because it's quite embarrassing. But let's just say I tried to comfort them with something that I saw in a movie, and it didn't go so well. I'm not an incest person, by the way. So for those guys who think that I flirted with my cousin, I didn't. I was flirting with her fine friend. So yeah, I'm sitting there comforting her with what I believe to be something that I saw out of an 007 movie. But yeah, that didn't work out too well. She just starts crying even harder. And finally, she decides that it's time to call my parents. So she calls them. My parents pull up in our cousin's tow truck, and they are so pissed. Like, I can just see it in their eyes that they are pissed at me. I am going to die as soon as we get home. But oh my god, dude, it was just something that you had to be there to see. Like, I could actually feel the awkwardness of the situation, and I could feel the severity of what I'd done. For the first time that day, I understood what I did wrong, and I understood how much of a bad idea that was. So now, I'm just thinking I'm grounded, and to be honest, at that moment, I was like, well, I don't see why I need to get grounded out of this. So basically what I end up doing is I pretty much give up on the whole being cool thing, and me being 12 years old, I start to cry, and my mom, in hindsight, my mom should have been a little bit more tough on me. I start crying, and my mom starts comforting me. My dad is pissed that she's comforting me out of this of all moments. I'm fine though. I'm totally fine. I'm not scratched or anything. It's just that our car is kind of damaged. Not in a big way either. But she starts comforting me, and she asks me why I did it. So, in teary 12-year-old eyes, I point at my cousin's friend, and that really went without saying. And basically, I blamed her for the whole thing. And last I heard, Well, basically, what ended up happening, well, from what I heard, was my cousin actually stood up with the story there, and basically, for a while, everybody thought that my cousin's friend tempted me to drive the car into the middle of nowhere and crash it. That's what everybody in my family thought for about 6 months before I actually came out and said that it was my idea and all that. And by then, nobody really cared, so that story stuck, and I'm sure she has a nickname or something around town now. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the story. I didn't get laid. I didn't get laid. I didn't end up with anything except being grounded for a very, very long time, and that is why women are the devil. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Please like and favorite if you like the commentary, and stay tuned for more, guys. Yeah, thanks.